He's working, as usual.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll catch up with him later.
Something about the case?
Oh, no, it's nothing important. Now, if you'll just give me a hand with these, then I can help you.
Help me with what?
Oh, decorating the Christmas tree to start with. I can't leave these goodies under an undecorated tree. They just feel terrible.
Awful.
Yeah.
You're just in the nick of time. Come look.
Mom, it's beautiful.
I'm glad you like it.
I can't imagine, though, how you did it without my help. I guess, though, observing me all these years, you must have picked up some of my incredible know-how, right?
Right. All that I am or hope to be as a Christmas tree decorator, I owe to my son.
Thank you. Now, these gifts beyond compare will feel right at home.
Hello, and welcome. I'm Frances Reed.
And I'm John Clark. What you've just seen is from the very first days of our lives, Christmas episode, first aired in 1965.
In so many ways, it seems like yesterday.
Today, with everything going on in our country, there's comfort in remembering the past, especially at this time of year. So please join us and the rest of our cast for a very special episode of Days of Our Lives, dedicated to the magic of Christmas and the power of memories to keep us all together, now more than ever.
Welcome back. Hi, I'm Peter Reckles.
Hi, I'm Krishna Alfonso, and I'm sure you recognize Deidre Hall and Drake Hogeston behind me.
Here, let me have it.
I love being in the Horton set, don't you?
So do I.
You look pretty cute as yourself.
So do you.
We thought we'd have a little party. Sort of a combination tree trimming and a walk down memory lane for everybody on the show.
And for all of you. Now, you and I, we have celebrated quite a few Christmases together, haven't we? Of course, some have been better than others.
Well, John and Marlena have a disturbing tendency to be in dire straits around December.
What do you mean? The time John was in jail for murder, sentenced to die? That time?
No. The time you were married to somebody else.
And the time you were too? And then there was that floating deal over your bed on Christmas Eve. I was a priest and you were not quite yourself. Let's talk about that, huh?
Okay. As I said, things aren't always ideal for John and Marlena during the holidays, but we do manage to make some lovely memories.
Merry Christmas. From Brady and me.
Oh, thank you. May I?
Oh, you bet.
What is it? Looks like... Looks like a couch or a sofa.
Well, what the hell, you are a shrink, right? I figured with all the heavy-duty emotion running up and down this chain here, a little touch of whimsy is in order.
Oh. This is what it's all about. The smiling faces of children. And the hope in their eyes. And their undimmed belief that everything is possible. I like that charm bracelet scene a lot.
Enjoyed the show.
Now we can get to the good stuff.
I can't believe you just said that. But seriously, Bo and Hope do have the best Christmas memories.
You sure were cute back then.
Was? What do you mean? I'm not cute anymore?
Yeah, of course you are. You're supposed to say I was cute, too.
No, you see, I was going to, but the thing is that...
Never mind. Anyway, this is Bo and Hope and their very first Christmas together.
Well, I hope I got you the right size.
Well, I'm sure you did. I'm sorry I didn't get you anything for Christmas.
You don't have to buy me something. Give me a gift.
Uh-oh. I don't trust those eyes.
You don't?
Oh, no.
I swiped it from the party at the hospital.
A used mistletoe?
Oh, that's what it looks like. Well, it is a Christmas tradition. I can't seem to concentrate.
Could I be pregnant? Sure, it would be great. But are we ready? I really need to know.
The Olympics. Well, I made my point in that last memory.
Point? What point are you talking about?
About cuteness. Mine, anyway.
He's always been so shy.
Hey, I was gonna say you are, and always have been, amazingly beautiful. Silence. That's a first.
I just can't help it. I mean, I don't quite know what to say.
Repeat after me. Thank you, Peter. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Peter. Merry Christmas.
And thank you to all of you for watching for all these years. From Christian and me and Bo and Hope, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Fancy Face.
Merry Christmas, Bo.
Hope, Tom and I want you and Bo to put this on the tree. It's for a new great-grandchild you're going to bring into this house.
Oh, thank you. Come on, let's do it together.
I, Bo, take you, Hope, to be my wife.
I hope. Take you, Bo, to be my husband.
I will love you and honor you all the days
I
of
will
my
love
life.
you and honor you all the days of our lives.
I can't believe it survived.
I can't believe we survived that wedding.
Very long day in the studio, wasn't it?
Not that we're complaining.
No, absolutely not, because actors never complain.
Mm-mm.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna make Jason put this on the tree.
Make him?
Hey, come to think of it, he should have been here by now. You know, maybe you should go look for him.
Repeat after me. Jason is an actor. He's not my son.
Peter, don't do that. Would you stop it? Honestly, he's never been late before.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kirsten, Jason, Kyle, what's up?
Hey, Nadia.
Why aren't you guys at the party? Weren't you invited?
Oh, we were invited. Yeah, but we kind of figured we'd come here first.
Why? Oh, you know. Actually, I don't. Okay, I'll say it. We feel kind of funny. Funny? Yeah, because everyone over there has known each other so long.
Yeah, well, don't get me wrong. Everyone over there's been great, but we just haven't done the show that long. Yeah, and all those guys have amazing flashbacks.
Well, we have stuff too. Remember that one scene that you and Jason had at the hospital? He was feeling really down because his mom was trying to do him in.
Yeah, poor Sean. Those little things always tend to really get to him.
Yeah, and Belle told Sean he would feel better if he was nice to that sweet little boy.
Jacob. Yeah, that was great. But I actually really liked the scenes that you and Kyle had last year. The whole miracle thing. Bella? When you just knocked into me.
Forget it. I'm not cutting you any slack because you're in a wheelchair. You're motorized now.
Belle.
What?
When you just knocked into my foot, I felt it. My leg. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Come here. Yeah, that was really beautiful. Heart-wrenching.
Well, I loved it. They did too. They're just too macho to admit it. Yeah, they lack our sensitivity. They're jealous.
No way. Jason, speak for yourself. I am jealous.
Of what?
Everyone in the Horton living room, they have a lot of history together. And I just can't help thinking that it would be really nice if, you know, we had some amazing flashbacks. You know, like Christmas 2001, for example.
Yeah, actually, I'd like that too.
Me three.
Well, if you have a dream and you really want it to come true, just hang on because it might.
What does that mean?
It means stay tuned. You won't regret it because according to my sources, and trust me, they're good, you're in for something very special and very surprising. turn.
Yes,
our turn.
our turn.
Okay.
Yes.
Our turn. You go.
Me
You go
first? Okay, yes. So, 2001, a good year. As was 2000, but you got to go back about 7 years before you find anything actually worth remembering.
Well, what about the perfectly good years of 1994, 95, 96?
Well, I wasn't on the show then.
Okay, as you can see, Matthew is nothing like the character he plays on TV.
Except in the sense that I'm witty and brilliant.
Self-absorbed, self-obsessed, completely insane.
Sexy, virile.
You think Jack is sexy?
Well, I mean, I'm an actor, but even Laurence Olivier couldn't hide something so basic to his essence.
I see. Actually, though, I think that Jennifer agrees with you.
Oh, so Jennifer thinks that Jack is sexy.
Well, of course. I mean, why else would she put up with him?
And what is wrong with her?
Okay. Here is Jack and Jennifer in ho-ho-ho mode.
It's a Christmas bandit, Grandma. Now, John.
Wait a second. What I call
It's me. What? It's Jack. Jack. Oh, my gosh, Jack. Jack, is it you? You're really here.
It's me.
I can't believe you're here. I can't believe you're back. Oh. You jerk! I don't want to hear it.
Listen, you have to hear it, all right? Because I did all this for you. I did.
For me? You did this for me, Jack?
Yes,
Do you have any idea how miserable I was? I thought that you were dead somewhere. I was scared out of my mind. And then when I realized that you abandoned me on purpose, I was never so hurt in my life. And it's a good thing that I had my family and friends around me. It's a good thing I had my grandmother and Julie and Hawk.
Hawk?
Yeah, Hawk. Hawk was there for me when you weren't. Who is it? Who's there?
Don't shoot! It's only me, Santa. Jack!
What are you doing? That is unbelievable. You came down the...
I said it.
What are you doing, Jack?
Jack Devereaux. Mr. Devereaux, he's the one who sent me here to give you a Christmas greeting and even more, a special gift. Mr. Devereaux wanted me to check on my time and see if you'd had an answer to his little question. Yes. Yeah, so, I'm asking for him, would you marry him?
Yes, I will.
Well, I'm not clear on the sexy thing, but I know how I would vote. But on to that more burning question. Who was Hawk?
Well, you see, honey, sometimes you just have to let certain parts of character history just wash over you like a cleansing wave.
And then, of course, there are other things that you remember forever. Right, John?
Well?
Maggie, you're beautiful.
Thank you. It's lovely. There's just one thing that could make my Christmas happier.
What's that?
If I could walk into your arms, thank you for coming back to me, and tell you how much it means to me.
Is there any reason that I can't do the walking for you?
was sort of like that hawk thing.
Only we like that storyline.
No. No reason to cast any aspersions here. After all, not everyone can have enjoyed the incredible past that you and I have experienced as Doug and Julie.
True.
You know, Susan, your character and mine always seems to clash on this show, but I think that if Jack had known Julie back when, he would have thought that she was...
The word is hot.
Well, I was going to say interesting.
Yeah, but I prefer hot. You know, Christian, you don't remember this because you weren't playing Hope then. Every time I see you, and I mean this from my heart, I celebrate how much the character of Hope has always meant to Doug and Julie. From the time she was a little girl. Once there was a story where, well, she sort of saved their lives. You remember that one, darling?
Oh, my, yes.
You mean you'd rather lie here and feel sorry for yourself? That even get up and see your daughter on Christmas? Don't you care? This is her first Christmas. Can't you be bothered? Julie?
Guess what?
Doug.
You came by after all.
Okay. Who wants to follow that one?
Forget about it. That's impossible to top.
Maybe not.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, I mean that as wonderful as that Christmas story is, I have an even better one. A story that tops them all.
13 WTHR.
I think I know the story you're talking about.
We've heard that story so many times in so many ways.
But somehow...
It's always fresh. It's ever new.
All right, little guy, and it came to pass long ago that there went out a decree that the whole world should be taxed. So Joseph and Mary went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth unto the city of Bethlehem. And it was there that Mary gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger. For there was no room at the inn. And while the shepherds were keeping their flock at night, an angel appeared to
The
them
angel
and
said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this will be a sign for you. You will find a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger." And suddenly, a great company of heavenly hosts appeared with the angel, singing, "Glory to God in the highest, peace on earth, and goodwill to men."
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
The very first time the story was told on Days of Our Lives.
Star of Bethlehem. Faith in the goodness of things to come.
But when you've lost your faith, there isn't much left to believe in.
You know, there wasn't much to believe in then. In those days, plenty of suffering and cruelty. People mistreated, persecuted, starving. They believed.
They had strength.
You remember what St. Paul said? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the the evidence of things not seen. None of us knows what's going to happen to us, darling. All we have to know is that there's an overall plan, and that we're here on this earth to serve God and our fellow man.
You know what, Graham? You were right. That story tops everything. I just called her
An early senior moment.
Yes, Francis, I think so.
The memories are so strong here. So real.
And I know why. It's the spirit of the show. Days of Our Lives is about family.
Yeah, and not just in front of the camera, either. Corday family created Days of Our Lives. Ted and Betty Corday helped create Days, directed, lovingly produced it for many years, and today the family tradition continues with their son, executive producer Ken Corday. I'd like to say, Ken, thank you for the memories. May there be many more.
You're
welcome. Well put, John.
Do you know what my favorite memory is? The day that I really felt a part of the Days family.
Oh, I think I know. Was it your very first time?
Hey. A little decorum, please.
Peter. No, she meant the very first time I hung my own orange
Tree.
That's a pretty great tradition, I have to say.
Absolutely. And it all started a little more than a decade ago.
Well, a decade ago for you. I mean, for us veterans in the room.
Excuse me, Melissa Reeves, but in this room, you cannot talk about being a certified veteran with under 20 years. I mean, we are 30 plus, and John and Francis, of course, are in a league of their own.
Right.
So, you two, how about another eyewitness account?
I say, roll that heartwarming clip.
I just want the strings to be very neat, so I won't have a mess every year putting them away.
You know, you are a nut.
Of course I am. Now, will you please help?
I am.
Here's what you're looking for, Ma.
Oh.
That's good.
Oh.
Very good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tom, look. Here's Julie. And David. Oh, and my dear Abby. And now this, where's yours, Bill? Here, that's yours. And Laura, where are you? There's Laura.
I'll take that.
And Michael.
Take that, too.
And Mickey. Of course, we won't have all of our children with us this year. But we have so much to be grateful for.
You know, it wouldn't be Christmas if you didn't get a little misty-eyed.
You're making fun of me.
I'm loving it. Thanking God, too, that we're all together again on Christmas.
There's no point talking about shared memories without talking about the one that means the most to so many of us.
MacDonald Carey, Mac, of course, was beloved by everybody at Days, just as Tom Horton was loved and respected by all the wonderful characters that we've been so blessed to play.
We always remember him so fondly, but never more than this time of year.
Never more than this year, which has been so difficult for so many of us.
But we hope that the love and the wonderful sense of family the Days of Our Lives has always stood for helps just a little.
And in a special way, we wanted to share a sense of family with you.
And when you get right down to it,
America is a family.
And our family has been hurt this year, and we felt the loss.
The character I play, Bo Brady, is a police officer, a civil servant, and he's never thought of himself as a hero. Neither did all the brave men and women in New York, Washington, and Pennsylvania. And they're truly our everyday heroes in this world. And too often they go unnoticed.
But sometimes fate steps in, and these people who would prefer to serve quietly are called upon to show us all what the word courage really means.
That's right. And that is why we are thinking of all of them today, as we did on that terrible day in September. As I'm sure all of you are on this special day, and as their families are.
And with them in mind, we'd like to add something to our day's tradition. Will you help me with this? That first Christmas after we lost Mac, well, that was rough. But because he was a poet, you know, he left us words of comfort. Because he believed very deeply in God and in love, he left us some words of enduring hope. And if with your permission, I'd like to remind us of those words here. In the morning of our lives, we view the world with hopeful eyes. To be a prince, to be a king, some do wish for such a dream. At noon, we learn of trust and love, of all the treasures from above, faith, hope, and charity, to bind with friends and family. In the twilight of our lives, we welcome night with smiling eyes. We know that when the night is done, our love returns in the morning sun.
Wednesday on Days, a special Bo and Hope episode, an act of betrayal.
John is JT's father.
Has rocked daytime's greatest super couple.
Who knew forever would end last night?
Wednesday, relive an emotional journey with Bo and Hope. Can the love that brought them together years ago survive?
You can't give up on us, Brady.
Days of our lives.
Not yet, Jason.
I am not gonna wait for Jay, Kyle, and Nadia. I am too hungry.
It's time to tell you.
Tell me.
The surprise. When the clock strikes, we change.
When the clock strikes, what are you, Cinderella or something? What are you talking about?
We change back into our characters.
Okay. Our characters?
Yeah, that's the surprise. For a special moment, time's gonna stand still, and we change back into Belle, Sean, Philip, Brady, and Chloe.
And we pick up where the story left off?
No. This is time out of time. It's magical. So for just one moment, everything's gonna be the way our characters would want it to be. The way it should be. In a perfect world, a Christmas world.
Okay, so when is this alleged change gonna happen?
In about 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
What's the matter?
I don't know. I feel all...
Weird. Snap out of it, Nadia. We're late. Let's go.
Don't you feel it?
No. I mean, maybe I...
What's happening? Do you feel it?
Feel what? What are you talking about, Belle?
Sean.
Yeah? I'm Sean. You're Belle. It's Christmas. And I love you.
I love you too.
I see you on the
Merry Christmas, Fancy Face.
Merry Christmas, Brady.
Hey.
Hey,
I love you, Doc.
I love you too, John.
You love me, Jennifer?
Yeah, well, somebody's gotta love you, Jack. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. That was nice. Who's next?
Chloe, what's the matter? Why'd you stop?
I can't go to the Hortons.
Oh, what's the matter? Philip, why don't you go ahead? Tell him we're held up.
Is that what you want?
I have to go home.
Chloe, you're supposed to sing. At the Hortons, they're expecting that. And you're afraid, aren't you?
I hate being afraid.
You know, I can sing with you.
I can't ask you to do that.
Chloe, look at me. Look at me. You can do it. I know you can. Never heard you sing like that before. It sounded like...
No, don't, Brady. Any other day but today, don't attack my singing.
I was going to say... You sounded like an angel. Come on.
I do believe that it's the most beautiful tree yet.
Mom, you say that every year.
Well, it's true every year.
Oh, no.
What, Jennifer? Someone forgot their ornament. Oh, for heaven's sake, who could be so careless? I will get...
What's
Oh,
that?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, let me help you.
Oh, yes, I think I need it.
Right next to Dad's, right?
I can't believe you got your ornament, Graham.
Here we go.
Oh, that's lovely. And when the night is done, our love returns with the morning sun.